Hey guys, and welcome to another vid. Today I'll be playing some bullet chess on lead chess and analyzing my shenanigans.
3, 2, 1, 0.
This is my first game on Don't Feed. I'm trying to activate my rooks and get my knights to a better square because they're kind of sad back there. But my opponent is playing really well at fighting with his pawns to prevent my ideas. I got him to take me there. And here I'm still trying to get my knights more active. He has a very sad knight on b8 that I'm pretty sure he's trying to figure out a way to activate. He decides to kick my knight to the outpost on d5 for whatever reason and lets me fork all his pawns. Instead of taking the bishop, I decided to fork his pawns and then take the bishop. I'm debating whether to take the pawn there, and then I realized I had a bishop just sitting, waiting, looking. At this point, I'm up 3 pawns, and my job is just not to lose. I'm trying to figure out the best idea here, which is probably to trade off a couple of the pawns and then get my king to a more active square. I tried to get him to take my bishop there. It didn't really work out exactly because he knows not to trade. Here I do mess up and drop a couple of pawns, and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous about throwing this game. I drop the bishop there with 8 seconds left. And now I'm just trying to survive. In the time scramble here at the end, my opponent runs out of time, barely. Alright, this here is an embarrassingly close game against the 1600. I start off by playing my go-to opening, the Modern's Defense, because it's easy to play in bullet because there's not much theory. I'm maneuvering my knights toward the center so they can attack the pawns. Here I can see that he's going to strike in the center, so I try to prepare myself as well as I can. My knight gets an outpost, threatening his bishop, and I decide to take. I get my rooks active, and see if I can trade off his bishop. My queen gets a very nice square here. Out of nowhere, this guy decides to hang his knight, so I trade rooks and take. He then decides to trade the queens, which allows me to undouble my pawns. I'm trying to get more counterplay by forking his king and his pawns on the second rank. Here comes a series of blunders where I accidentally drop my rook, so now he has the exchange. Here comes his blunder, where instead of moving his rook away, he decided to take my bishop, making the game equal again. Now we're in a time scramble where everyone is just trying to make the moves. I make a queen first, but he makes a queen shortly thereafter with check. I have 1 second left and he has 3. Everyone is checking each other and trying to win. At the very last moment, I play queen to f7, leaving his king with no room to go. And he runs out of time. The big lesson from these two games is to not panic.